Good morning, everyone. This is Mrs. Larson Valley Farm, aka Boss Lady, making her first YouTube video. We are about to embark on a afternoon adventure, what we like to call Larson Family Fun Day. It will involve the, let's just say, emasculation of some bull calves here, so that we don't have a bunch of bulls here running around in the future dates. It's a beautiful chilly morning here in Wisconsin. We got about, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches of snow last night maybe. Farmer got his skid steer all fixed up last night. I should say this morning. I think he got parts. He was just working on some stuff to make sure that it was all working okay, and looks like it is. So we should be ready to roll here pretty soon. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be filming anything of our family fun festivities, just potentially for the sake of language on the videos, and also because I don't know where we would put the camera in a safe place, even using our magnetic holder for it. So this is our cattle handling facility shed, aka horse barn. This is how Brad got me, the boss lady, to endorse the building of this facility. Although I couldn't have said anything better about it now that it's done. Brad built all of this himself. We're still not quite finished with everything, but it works out real nice, and our veterinarians who have been out here before have just raved about the fact that it's nice that it is under a shed roof, that we have enough light in here, so should you have to, God forbid, perform surgery in the middle of the night, you could, because there's plenty of light out here. We got a new cattle head gate here a couple years ago. Works out really nice. I think he's probably made a video on this before for you guys. I'm gonna try and kind of show it. It's one of those that adjusts to each size animal, so we don't have to worry so much about separating out the cows from the calves. Everybody can kind of run in, mix together. That works out fine. And he's ever the fabricator. I married quite the handyman. I would recommend to any single ladies out there to find yourself a handyman. Like they say on the Red Green Show, if you can't find them handsome, at least find them handy. But I luckily find mine handsome and handy, so lucky for me. Brad kind of rigged up a little system here, from here, and it goes all the way back to this handle back here. He can work cattle by himself. It works nice because we've got the, I feel like I'm zoomed in too far. Hold on. There we go. Okay. We got our little alleyway out here. Pretty narrow. Has a couple turns in it so that everybody wants to keep moving forward. We'll have everybody coming down that lane in the runway there, kind of turning the corner here, coming up into the barn, and heading right up into the chute. And then he can run this head gate from this handle back here. So he can do all this by himself while I'm at work. And I actually, tell you the truth, it usually works out better that way. You know, the critters are used to me being out here doing my horse chores and, you know, being outside of the gate, but as soon as they see me inside their pen with them, they're not quite as curious, especially after I've been out here working with them at one point in time or another. Usually they associate me with, uh-oh, what are we going to do today? I grew up on a dairy farm, so I am well versed in cattle handling, what to do and what not to do. I would recommend anybody getting into hobby farming, especially if you're newly married, to invest in good cattle handling equipment first. I cannot stress the importance of having good cattle working facilities to start with. We did not go that route, and I wish that we would have when we bought this place 10 years ago, or 12 years ago now. We made our own head chute first for just a couple steers that we had. Then we advanced up to this chute here, but it was kind of built into like one of those portable calving pen things. So this portion of it here is actually part of that from the calving pen, and then, you know, had the chute built into it, which is why those gates open the way that they do. And then these down here have these little gates that lift up right down here, so that you can, you know, put a cow in the chute and then have a calf be able to suck on her if she's not a willing participant, first calf heifer or something. So we have done everything from, you know, making our own gates, chute, you know, that Brad has welded together, to having a little corral set up to work our small beef herd, you know, about 8-10 years ago. You know, come to realize that, you know, beef cows are entirely different than dairy cows in the sense that they really can act like, you know, 1,500-pound gazelles when they want to, and just clear a fence like nobody's business. Sometimes not quite making it all the way over, and then, you know, wrecking those nice expensive bull gates that you bought. So we have made some changes around here a couple different times. You know, Brad is one person who is definitely not afraid to try something, and if it doesn't work, to try something different again. It's all a process and learning, and you know, if we don't fail at something, at least one thing a year, then we aren't improving. So we kind of try to put a positive spin on it that way. The rest of this horse barn here, this is my horse. You can say hi to everybody too. In the springtime, if we have a heifer that's new, maybe somebody that, you know, we're concerned about for calving, we can kick the horse outside and swing this gate over here shut, and you know, bed this down in here, and then the cow can either calve in here, or if we need a assistant in delivery, we can put them in here and kind of watch them closely for a few days, let them get accustomed to everything before letting them back out with the rest of the herd. That has worked out really nice. And actually, this my horse here really would like to be a mom herself, and sometimes she really likes our cows. She thinks that she's a cow too sometimes. She's been known to stand over there alongside the gate with her head over top of it, looking in at the new mom and her calf, and kind of nickering and just, you know, keeping an eye on them all the time. Actually, when we had a calf that happened with, go back out with the mom and the rest of the herd, it kept sneaking underneath the fence and getting in with the horse, and the horse would watch her just come right over here in the corner and sit there and act like a mom to it. When he would take that calf away, then the horse would get mad at him because he took his friend away. So this is kind of how we got this shed. He talked me into it by letting me have the horse in here too, but ultimately what it's here for is for the cattle handling facility. We're just trying to get some stuff set up here. Brad's going to use his Mr. Heater over there to keep his hands thawed out in between animals, so that he doesn't accidentally slice himself open with the scalpel. So yeah, you know, another thing with working with cattle, it's usually one of those things that if you're planning to do it on a scheduled basis, it generally works better than when you're not planning to do it. It's always nice to be kind to each other, although I think husbands and wives who have had experience of working cattle together know that nothing is always consistent, and you know, you can't always plan for everything to happen perfect, and just try and have a lighthearted attitude towards it. You know, there's lots of Murphy's laws that come into play that, you know, like, you know, nothing can go wrong. It will go wrong at the worst possible time, and nothing is ever as simple as it seems, or everything always costs more money than you have and takes longer, you know, those types of things. And usually with husbands and wives, because husbands and wives communicate differently, you know, usually it's one of those things like if you explain something that's so clear that absolutely nobody can possibly misunderstand it, somebody will, and it's usually the wife. So as a wife, you need to develop your telepathic skills to be able to anticipate exactly what husband is thinking before he even thinks it, preferably before he says it out loud, to try to anticipate being in the right place at the right time at all times, and you know, generally try and keep a good sense of humor. You know, I think that husbands and wives sometimes do great working together even after something's stressful, because we always know that when we're done with it, we're still generally going to love each other when it's all said and done, because we don't have a choice. That's why we don't ask our friends to come over and help us do this type of thing. He's going to make lots of noise now here. We got everything boarded up. Like I said, it'd be nice to have sliding doors or something in here eventually. A door here is done soon. But we board everything up in the winter so that wind doesn't blow through on all sides. When it's snowing, I already shoveled some out this morning because we got all that snow last night, but want to make it as good traction for them as possible, and you know, not messy in here. So wish us luck. We're about ready to do this. We'll keep you posted on how it went. I'm sure that we'll still be enjoying marital bliss when it is all said and done. Everybody have a wonderful day. Make sure that you do the whole comment, like, and subscribe to our channel thing. Maybe Mrs. Larson Valley Farm, aka Boss Lady, will possibly be making some more videos in the future from a farmer's wife perspective. So have a great day, everybody. Stay warm. Stay tuned.